Okay.
All right.
Should I wear my glasses?
Okay, so the first question.
Okay.
What made you decide to stay here?
Stay in Newcastle because family. I liked it here. I never really wanted to be in another climate or another bigger city. It just fit me, fit my personality, I guess.
So you like smaller town?
Smaller town or medium-sized town. We're not really small, but yeah, there's enough stuff close to here, shopping-wise and sports-wise and stuff. So it's a nice climate. I enjoy the change of scenery, a change of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. What made you work at Newcastle?
Work at Newcastle. I actually worked in Muncie for 20 plus years and lived in Newcastle, so I drove back and forth. But this shop, I enjoy working here in this shop because this is fun greeting people. And I got to know more people around Newcastle because of this shop, and I got to know the people I did even better because I worked here.
Where did you work at Muncie?
A tool shop, a small tool shop. I was a tool designer.
Okay.
A tool shop for 20 plus years. So that was all right. It was reasonable money, but it was, driving back and forth got kind of hard, boring, I guess. But I like it here better. Working here is better.
What is your favorite thing about Newcastle?
The thing about Newcastle, just the people, having people around. I enjoy the parks. I enjoy, like we talked, the size of the city, not too big or too small. Most things you need are here, but other things are close by. So that's probably what I like.
All right. What potential do you see in
Potential. Well, working with the tourism, which is fun. I see more growth in Newcastle as far as getting people to visit, which I think we're working hard on doing that. Things like downtown, things like sports complexes, the whole idea of branding the county for basketball is great. But what was the question again exactly?
like what is your potential? What do you see in
Potential. I think that the tourism growth will lead to more people moving here, I hope. Whether they end up working in the county or maybe living here and working in nearby counties. I think people will enjoy what Newcastle is becoming.
What in Newcastle matters the most to you?
Matters the most. I guess getting to know people, getting to know more people in Newcastle matters the most. Those connections, I guess, to family and friends and co-workers on boards and that I'm on. So that's the fun part.
Have you ever moved away from Newcastle?
Moved away just when I was in college, so if that counts, I was at Purdue, so that was a bit of a way. But otherwise, like I said earlier, I chose to continue to live here even when I worked in Muncie. So.
Okay, so what does Newcastle offer to you as since you work here and live here?
What does it offer to me? An easy, probably a simple lifestyle, isn't too complicated, it's not too crowded. It's not. I've visited other big cities. I have family that's lived in Los Angeles and Albuquerque and Reno, and I visited other places, and I can't imagine that traffic and that many people, and that how hard it is just to get from one place to the next. It's just so easy here.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that.
So, last question. What was Newcastle like when you were growing up?
Oh, when I was growing up, long time ago. Huh? Downtown was different. It went through a difficult phase where everything moved out on 3. I can remember when a lot of things were downtown, and I appreciate the fact that things are coming back to downtown. It's going to be not the same. It doesn't have to be the same as it used to be. It's just different, but still good. So it was just too vacant for a while. So I remember downtown. I remember the growth out on 3. I remember all the different schools we used to have where we've consolidated it less. I remember the businesses that used to be here that are gone, but I appreciate the fact that new ones are coming and making it better. So those are my memories, I think.
Do you like the old Newcastle better, or?
No, I like change. It's still Newcastle, but it's getting better, getting different. I mean, things change. Like we're going through with the whole bicentennial, the fact that we're 50 years older, just to look back to 1972 and see how much things are different is amazing. Not all, I mean, different can be better, and it doesn't have to be, just because it's different doesn't have to be better or worse. It's just different. It's just a different atmosphere, different time. So I appreciate that.
Well, I think that's it.
There you go.
I have
Thank
one thing
you.
I think you should ask him.
Oh, was it?
It's been 6 minutes. I kept my mouth shut. Since Scott doesn't necessarily work for the city or the county, why don't you ask him maybe how he got involved in volunteering? Like what led him? Because you have to choose to volunteer. I mean,
All right. Choose. You gonna ask me?
Well,
Or
what led him? How did he?
what led you to volunteer here at Newcastle?
Well, since working, when I worked in Muncie, I left early in the morning and didn't get back till it was dark a lot of days. So I missed a lot of things that were going on in Newcastle. I knew they were going on. I knew people were doing those things. But once I was here all day, and I work here half days, basically, this is sort of a part-time job, I guess, that allowed me to want to do more things for the county or do more things for people and get involved in committees and boards. And I enjoy that, working with people, because working at the frame shop here, I'm working by myself. So I enjoy that back and forth with people and solving problems and throwing ideas back and forth. So that's the volunteer part is also a part of just communication with people. That's fun.
All right. Do you have any more questions?
I only have one more suggestion. Well, you kind of started in on the questions, which is fine, but you didn't ask Scott's, like, can he say his name and maybe what, like, he serves on the brand champions and the tourism. I always forget Scott.
No, it's different things.
And the bicentennial.
Yeah.
Okay, so your name?
I am Scott Frost. I've lived here all my life. I worked in Muncie for, like we talked about, 20-some years. I've run this frame shop, Frost Framing, for it'll be 12 years in the next month or so. Run it by myself. I'm on a few boards. Two things I'm on is Historical Downtown Board, is Preservation Board. I have the Brand Champions for the county, which is branding the county and promoting it tourism-wise. The biggest thing I'm on right now I'm having fun with is the bicentennial for Henry County 200. So we're gonna have a big celebration later this year that'll hopefully be fun historical-wise for people in town or in the county, and also bring people into Henry County. So that's gonna be hopefully a big accomplishment for the whole county.
I think that's all my suggestions.
Okay, I was gonna say, is this